up, YouTube? In the arcade, everyone's a hero. It's your boys, Detroit Love, Michael B. the Game G, P-Dubs Arcade Love, and Nostalgia with another episode of the Super Game Room Dudes. Friday night just got live. Man,
hey guys,
I can't take a day off. I take a day off and I can't get my intro right, you know?
Okay. Well, P-Dubs, guys, is going to be late. I don't know what he's doing, but he'll be here when he can get here. So, Nostalgia, you're going to be running the show tonight. So, we'll put you in the top spot, and you are the man.
Why not? I mean, we all know how successful the shows are when I run them and how great of a host I am. So, we may as well just let me do it. I guess I can... start the show off by saying, gentlemen, how are you guys doing? How's your week?
30 pounds lighter, baby. I am doing fantastic.
Good job, buddy.
Congratulations, really Carl. Saw your pictures. You're looking good, man.
Yeah. Thank you, brother. Thank you, gentlemen.
Mike, what's going on with you this week?
I'm mediocre.
Mediocre. Tell us what that means. Tell us why you are only mediocre.
I'm just mediocre, man.
No, how can you live on an island and be mediocre? It's just not even possible.
Because it's an island that's a frozen glacier. It's not like I live in Hawaii or Cuba. I live on a frozen glacier.
Frozen
it's snowing.
Wasteland.
It's cold. It's horrible here.
There's only one road in and out. That's it.
If my wife's family didn't have a business and my whole family lived here, I would not live here.
Oh boy. But you do. So
unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, we got lots of exciting stuff to talk about this week. Lots of news. Maybe not so much good news. Maybe some mediocre news. Maybe we'll just keep this mediocre. Just do a mediocre show for everybody today. Does that sound good?
Yeah, absolutely.
Mediocre.
Since P-Dubs isn't here yet or at all right now, Carl, why don't you let us know who's in the live chat?
Let's see. We have let's start all the way up here. Who do we have? We have Vic 75. Sorry, Jason. We got Nate UT, Bad Guy Mike, Dan Z. We got Paul Minderman, Carl O. Welcome to the show. We have Jim, Pacer fan. We had Jason already. Who we got? Stock Jock. Well, John J.
Carl, you're really good at this.
Yeah, I'm lousy at it. I never say names. You guys, this is what you guys do.
What do you mean you've never said names?
No,
I've never said names before. I've lived my entire life without saying names.
I say, hey, you, hey, beautiful.
Hey, you with the face.
You know? Right. Sweetheart, you know.
Hey, honey boo.
Honey boo.
Did you call me honey boo because you don't know my name?
Right.
No, I didn't at all, darling.
Hey, you, right there. You know. So I don't.
Guys, thank you so much for being here. We're not going to let you sit here while Carl struggles through trying to say your names for some reason because he's never said names before. No. I'm less mediocre now. I'm very happy. Stop messing with the goddamn pictures, the backgrounds, everything else. Jesus.
You said I got to run the show. Why can't I just move us around a little bit?
And you must have this picture on a rotating system because no one's touched it.
Wow. All right. Yeah. So, while we're waiting for Patrick, where do we want to get started? We've got three main topics that we want to talk about tonight. Of course, we've got the big AtGames Gottlieb update. They finally updated the actual pinball table itself.
Dan Z, zero cool. Okay, go ahead. That's right.
This is chaos. So they finally updated the tables on the ALP, and everybody thought it was going to be a firmware update. It was just a game pack update. Didn't do anything to the table, but it actually made the games, in my opinion, a lot more playable. Do you guys want to start talking about AtGames?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do it.
Carl, did you do the update?
No.
No,
did
that
not.
doesn't surprise me. P-Dub's paid a lot of money for those segues. You know that, right?
Oh,
He
I
puts
know.
big money into this. Takes it
Don't
much more
understand.
seriously than
That's
we
okay.
do.
That's okay. That we have to use it at least to appease him, if nothing more. So
Mm-hmm.
It's like he's here when they come
Yeah.
on.
So, Carl, you never got to do your update because you still don't have your ALP working for some reason.
It works. It works. The plunger doesn't work, so I have to use my joystick to plunge the ball. But other than that, it works fine. I just don't have it working with my back glass to do all the screens with my what do you call it when you hook your computer up to it? What's it called?
Vibs. You don't have a Vibs board, and you don't have all that jam going on.
Right. I don't have that working. But yeah, I turn it on every now and then, play some pinball on it, just to wet my wheel. So I've been working on my tables on it. So I think I'm just going to just take out that Vibs board and just put a regular screen on it, and just because I'm only going to play the VPX on it anyway. So I don't know why I'm even trying to make it go both ways. I don't go both ways around here.
All right, so we're just going to take Carl out of this segment. So, Nostalgia, you clearly have the Gottlieb tables running in the background on your AtGames Legends Pinball. Did you do the update? What did you think of it? Did you work on it? Because now you're a full-time AtGames employee, correct?
No, I'm not a full-time AtGames employee, and I did not work on it, but I did install it, and I actually think there's some substantial and noticeable improvements. It's not one of those things you install and you're like, did they improve it? No, it's improved. It's much smoother. The ball actually has like a really nice animation. There's a little Gottlieb logo on it. You can see it rotating. Generally speaking, I think it felt a little smoother. The gameplay was just nicer. Just overall, a great update. So, you can't really complain when you just get bonus updates.
People
like
will find ways. People will find ways. Trust me.
Yeah, people suck. That's okay.
I got notes on mine. They were like, "How do I get the G off the ball? I don't want the G on the ball." Like,
really? People were complaining about that?
Oh yeah, they were like, "I don't want this G on the ball. How do I get the G off? I want it to look like a real ball."
Yeah, I don't want the G on my ball.
Carl, I'm trying to behave tonight. You can't say stuff like that, man.
What? I just said what you said.
So, anyways, I did the update as well. Obviously,
mine says I already have the latest version, and I hadn't done an update.
It's not a firmware update, Carl. You go into the App Store X. There's a new game pack you download.
Oh,
let's do it live on the show.
I don't have a thumb drive on mine. I don't have a thumb drive.
Yeah, you can't do it without a thumb drive. Yeah. I also got another comment too with people complaining. They were like, "Oh, my machine must be broken because I can't do the update," and I'm like, do you have FDX installed? Because Flash Drive X, the error message says no room on Flash Drive X. I was like, do you have Flash Drive X set up? Do you have a USB installed? And they were like, no. And I was like, well, there's your first problem.
Yep.
So here's the thing. No one really should complain. It was a free update. You didn't have to do it if you didn't want to. But honestly, I did it. I'm really impressed with this. I mean, the ball animation's a million times better. The fact that the back glasses now stretch out and look better on your actual Legends pinball. I got the back box, so the picture's a lot bigger. That's much better back boxes. And honestly, they didn't talk about it, but it feels like, and maybe it's just some weird sense in my head, it feels like the gameplay is smoother too. Like I find myself being more responsive to the ball coming down. The physics just feel overall much better. And these have jumped up and now re-entered that position of my favorite tables, or my favorite, I don't know what you call them. We call them tables. My favorite tables on the ALP again. This is what I'm playing. Completely reinvigorated my love for these tables.
Even little things like the input lag. Like I feel like it's like just a little bit better. It's just like a little bit better. So, like I said, generally speaking, it was a bonus for anybody who owns the machine. It didn't cost you anything. You just go to the App Store X, download it. You have to have a USB. And I mean, it'd be stupid not to do it. Like it doesn't make any gameplay any worse in any way. Unless you really don't want to have a giant G on your little balls.
Someone wrote a message on my video today, and they were like, "Don't do the update. It takes away your haptics and stuff like that." And I was like, "What is this guy talking about?" I actually reached out to AtGames, and they were like, "No, the store update had nothing to do with haptics. I don't know what this guy is talking about."
My haptics work just fine.
Yeah. So
now I have to update now because I don't want to be stupid.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
It'd be absolutely stupid. Anyone who doesn't do it, dumb. I'm looking at you, Carl, right now.
Yeah,
that is
get off the show.
I just want to comment here on Goofyfoot's comment. Yes, I was reached out to by Manscaped. Nostalgia was as well. We were sent packages from Manscaped, and I can agree with this and say that I am impressed with smooth balls. Check out Manscaped.
Hashtag affiliate.
Yeah, we got to put the paid link in now.
That's right.
Well, I was reached out by Dude Wipes because I'm the shit.
No, actually, Bobby Broadway said, did you cut your PP? It's got this like little camera sensor on it, so it's actually really, really sensitive. It's almost impossible to catch like your loose skin on the razor itself. Like I tested.
Oh, you're talking. I'm sorry. I didn't realize we were still on the Manscaped thing. I was very
this is going to be the bulk of the show now.
Got it. Yep. No, I've also tested that as well. I was trying real hard. You cannot cut your pee-pee. Nope.
Digging in there and nothing bad happened.
Oh, I've nipped mine for sure. With my solution. And it is not pretty.
Yeah, but you use hedge clippers.
Yeah, I do.
That's true. Yeah.
With the guard off too, and it's not pretty afterwards. To tell you.
Anyways, so really happy with the update, and I also think it's really cool that AtGames went back and did this because most other companies, when you're in this line of development, I mean, they've got a new table coming out. Really, the update was originally for all the add-on packs that went into the Legends Pinball Micro, the machines that didn't have these pinball tables originally. AtGames said, no, we're not going to leave any customers in the dust. They went back. They made sure this update was available for the Legends Pinball HD as well, for the stock tables. So I thought that was a really classy move on their part.
It was. Yeah, it was. Sorry, that was Carl was going to jump in there. But no, really good move. And honestly, it's nice when you have a company that does these things because there's no need to. There's no need from them to. Like, there's always going to be a need from the end user to always want the best experience, but AtGames has a tendency to just try to do the best they can at all times. So, I don't know. Pretty stoked about that.
Yeah, really happy with this update. A lot of positivity for the ALP this week. So, good stuff. Jason Little Alien, our moderator, says, it's nice to have a company care about your balls so you don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
And we also got an AtGames Amazon sale going on right now. Their October sale event is over. They're currently doing a sale on Amazon and Newegg. So go check it out, guys. We won't go into details about it because I don't have it up in front of me, but they do have a sale right now on Amazon. Check it out. See if there's some deals available. If there's any of the AtGames products you don't already have.
Now, did they do a AtGames Owners Day this year? I don't recall seeing
a National Owners Day? Yeah, I think they only did like 3 of them.
Okay.
They've only done like 3 of them so far. So,
yeah, they just did a fall National Owners Day. It was very different though. We didn't have a lot of the same events. I don't even think there were many leaderboard contests or anything on the last National Owners Day. It was more
discount day.
Yeah, there was some sales and shit like that. Hey, P-Dubs is here.
Hey guys, sorry. Can you hear me okay?
Oh yeah. We can hear you.
All right. Cool. Sorry. What you call it? Low blood sugar right now.
Okay, here we go.
I'm trying to see what you got on the floor back there. So I'm trying to see what you.
I got a mess everywhere. The house is destroyed. It sucks. What's going on, guys? Sorry I was late. My blood sugar dropped down to 62. So if you're diabetic, you know that's not good. So I'm trying to get some candy and sugar in me. So, but yeah, it sucks, man. Being type 1 diabetic. It's the worst. Anyway, what were we talking about? Let's keep going.
We're talking about. Go ahead, Carl. I'll let you.
No, we just wrapped up the AtGames the update that they did, and if you want a G on your balls, you make sure you do it. If you don't want a G on your balls, then maybe not. I'm gonna update mine as soon as we get off the air. I got to find my USB stick for it.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, man, the update. I did the update on the Pinball Micro right there a month ago, and it was noticeable. But the update when you actually do it on the pinball machine itself is great because the screen's bigger. You can see it much better.
It's much more noticeable. Yeah, I agree.
So, for instance, on the smaller Pinball Micro, I really didn't notice. You could really notice it when you were playing like the EM tables, like Big Shot, Jack's Wild, because those are like more open tables, so you could really see the ball rolling and stuff. Whereas like on Bone Busters and other tables that are more cluttered, you couldn't really. You could see the ball, but not as good. But now you could see it like on all the games when you look at the big table.
The ALP.
Yep. So yeah.
32 inches of raw pinball power. The AtGames Legends Pinball. Get yours today or die.
They already updated the mini. In fact, they updated the mini. They updated everything but the pinball machine itself 6 weeks ago, and that's why a lot of people were upset 6 weeks ago because the main thing you want to play it on wasn't updated. And AtGames needs to get their story straight that they give people. They ran around telling people it's going to be a full firmware update. That's why it's delayed. We need to do a full firmware update. And it wasn't a firmware update. It was just a game pack update. So, okay. Like at least get your story straight AtGames. But it's updated. The games play better.
I think you might be right, but at the same time, to give them the benefit of the doubt, maybe at the time they didn't really know how they would do that, where they were stock games. If it was as simple as, is it going to require a firmware update or can they do a game pack update? So I think it was more so that they just didn't know how to go about actually updating those games.
Yeah, those games are built into the firmware because they come on the firmware. So I think they probably assumed they would be pushing out a new firmware with the new game ROMs attached to them, and obviously that is a problem.
To work around.
Yeah, well, there's a problem because of the storage space limitations. So this was probably the best and easiest way to get them out there. So.
And the good thing for me is since I hadn't done an update in a long time, I probably do have a firmware update that's going to happen this week.
Girl, your machine is just going to beep and say, "Sorry, sir, it's no longer 1982."
You're so funny.
All right, well, we can move on then. Mike, I know there's a lot of stuff that you are just chomping at the bits to talk about.
Oh yeah, big time. Big time. I'm very excited. But Patrick's here. He's their captain. He steers the ship. So where do you want to go, Patrick? We talked AtGames.
What else is on the agenda?
Do you want to talk Arcade1Up next? I think that's what people want to talk about.
Not the Real Ghostbusters?
We could talk about that next. I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about Numskull real quick. Numskull has been making waves of announcements the last week and a half, 2 weeks.
Yeah,
all kinds of games coming out.
Mm-hmm. You guys all have to carry this, yeah.
I'm trying to find the thing, Mike.
So we've already seen, of course, Pong and Burger Time with the first two announcements, and arguably they're really exciting, really classic arcades. And then, of course, we were hit with the all-time greatest arcade game, P-Dub's personal favorite, coming to Quarter Arcades.
Echo the Dolphin.
Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja. You're going to have a burger with the president in 1/4 scale.
Yeah, that's a nice win for Numskull, right? Nice win.
I love Bad Dudes, but even I question the legitimacy of coming out with a 1/4 scale arcade for Bad Dudes.
They got Lunar Lander coming out.
Yeah, Lunar Lander coming out too. I watched the last two announcements and I was like, eesh. Maybe they're cool. I'm not a big Lunar Lander fan. So I started getting like down in the doldrums. I was like, geez, like these announcements are going pretty downhill. Until I saw the post they put up this week. I put it in the thumbnail. It's just a blue gradient background with text that is black with a white outer glow to it.
Where did they post that? Was it on Facebook or was it in Instagram?
Facebook, I do believe. Let me see.
I can't
How?
find it.
Yeah,
can't
give me
find
a
it on
second.
their
I can find
Facebook.
it for you. Because
I mean, it's funny that
commented.
you would say it was funny that you would say that it's going downhill with Lunar Lander. You're literally going downhill. So,
Yeah, literally.
so you are talking about them and actually promoting them at the same time. Lunar
Yep.
Lander is a game I really enjoy. It's one of those early games that I played tons of when you didn't have a whole lot of options to play anything otherwise. I wouldn't mind me some Lunar Lander in a Numskull.
So I've got it here on the screen, P-Dubs. This is on the official Quartercade spam page. It says Saturday, and I looked at that text and I was like, that's Real Ghostbusters. And if you think about it, one of the big partnerships they've recently unveiled with Burger Time and Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja has been Data East. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, that's definitely the Ghostbusters text. They're working with Data East. Is it possible we got a Real Ghostbusters cab being announced tomorrow?
Yeah, that would be. What do you guys think about that in the live chat? What do you guys think about a Ghostbusters? None of these home arcade companies have done Ghostbusters yet. Let's take a look at the font comparison. I'm going to pull this up for you. Let's take a look at this, guys. So there it is. And let's put Mike's back up. So there's Saturday. And look at Ghostbusters. It's kind of missing the little blue glow.
I know. I noticed that too. If they
maybe
do it.
Maybe they did that so it wouldn't be too obvious, right, Mike?
or maybe their graphic artist isn't as skilled as some of us.
Is it possible that it is just literally a coincidence that the fonts look similar?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Could be.
Okay.
Could be. This is Mike's theory. Remember that, guys, in the live chat. Mike will be the Game Genie, Ghostbusters.
And listen, guys, I am telling you right now, tomorrow morning, Shaq is going to jump on screen and announce Real Ghostbusters for Quarter Arcades. You can believe me. If you can believe anyone, Shaq and Real Ghostbusters.
No, it'd probably be Isaiah Thomas that would have to do that.
It was actually Arsenio Hall voiced Winston. And the original guy who voiced, I can't remember his name now. It's like something Lorenzo. He was the voice of Garfield the cat. He was replaced in season 2 by Dave Coulier, took over as the voice of Peter Venkman. I don't know who did Egon, but I know the voice of Janine actually reached out to me one time on Twitter because my daughter is a big Real Ghostbusters fan as well.
Oh,
I don't think I've ever played this game.
Lorenzo Music. Thanks, Frank D.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't even know this thing existed. This game existed.
I wrote you today. I thought you were being a dickhead. I was like, "Hey, Real Ghostbusters." You were like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah,
was
because
like,
that's
I
usually
didn't know what it was.
Nostalgia's answer to everything.
Yeah,
we say.
I mean everything.
We'll be
I
like-
have a cold. Nostalgia would be like, "What's a cold?"
Yeah, like I shared, I sent the guys the link to the new Planet of the Apes movie trailer, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I thought it was a really good trailer and it looked good. I sent it to the guys, and the first guy to respond is Nostalgia, and he goes, "What's Planet of the Apes? What is this? I've never heard of this before." No. So you automatically assume Nostalgia's just being a pain in the ass.
To be fair, I've never seen Planet of the Apes. Like, I actually haven't seen any of them. So
Yeah. It's a run and gunner as a Ghostbuster. So there you go.
well,
There's a
Mike
little
was trying to
gameplay.
tell me it's similar to Aladdin. There's just and like that's good because when I watch Aladdin, the only thing that I feel like it's missing is more monkeys. Like
That's fair.
that we have a Boo, but we don't have anybody else. So it's like it might be my jam if it's like Aladdin just with more monkeys. So
Well, Planet of the Apes is just like Aladdin as well. So there you go. According to Bill's retro gaming.
It's more like the Lion King.
more like the Lion King.
Yeah.
I like this from Jay Cuts. It's a so-so game, but it's Ghostbusters. That's true. Canadians are so uncultured. Ooh, you guys gonna stand for that from Science Spirits?
That's fine. People can say what they want.
Yeah, so they got, they announced a bunch of stuff, but they still need to ship some stuff. So hopefully, when is
When's
is
TMNT?
Yeah, when's it shipping, bro?
Zookeeper. Zookeeper, which they announced like 4 years ago.
Space Invaders.
Yeah.
they have a number of arcades that people have given them money for pre-orders that haven't shipped yet. So hopefully,
Wait, hold on. They haven't shipped Space Invaders yet?
I think Space
Those-
Invaders went out.
I thought Space
Did it?
Invaders did go out. Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
so.
did Space Invaders go out, guys?
Yeah,
Let us know in the
I
live
remember
chat.
some signed copies.
So
Bubble Bobble is the one, right, Mike? Bubble
No,
Bobble.
Bubble Bobble definitely came
Bubble
out.
Bobble definitely went out.
No, because I had a Bubble Bobble.
Yeah.
No, which one? So it's Ninja Turtles is the one that hasn't shipped.
Yeah, I don't know. Like honestly, ever since
You're confusing me.
ever since I got my first 3 quarter arcades, and I was like, these are really cool. Once that price point went up to $2.99 US, and which is what Nostalgia you told me last week, like $5.40 Canadian or something like that.
I can't remember exactly what it was. It was like, maybe it was like $4.60 or something like that.
$4.60. It's just for me at that price point. Like I'm like, how many people are going to pay $300 for a Bad Dudes quarter arcade? Is there a market at that price point?
There's a market for everything.
Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I think
Is
what
it
these
enough
guys
to,
are.
to be sustainable? That's the different thing.
Yeah, I would imagine what they're doing is they're probably doing production runs that are smaller on titles like that, because I don't anticipate they think that that's going to sell as well as a Pac-Man would. So my guess is they're doing smaller production runs, and they're going to try to just keep those tight. They have the license. Maybe it came in a bundle with a bunch of the other licenses that they got, and they're just trying to make use of it. So
Jason, be nice to Papa. Papa Brad, if you're in the live chat, he's just busting your balls. He's just teasing you, man. But that's pretty funny. Kevin Clausen gave us $2, and Kevin Clausen also asked about the iconic arcade, which,
if you want to join my fan page, feel free.
if you want to find out the latest news on Iconic Arcade, join Michael B. the Game GD's Iconic Arcade fan page that has 6 people. 2 of them are us.
does that have a USB port in the front?
Yeah.
It has a USB port in the front.
Yeah, we've covered.
It's
covered.
It's got a floppy drive in the back.
Yeah. Hey, it still says pre-sale, so you never know. It might actually come out.
So Thor says that the $2.99 price is an exception, not the standard. So I guess we'll wait to see what the prices are going forward. I might be misinformed, and hopefully that's true, because I think quarter arcades are cool, and I mean, if they're affordable, that's good.
The Turtles one was $2.99. I'm pretty sure it was either $2.49 or $2.99, depending on which package you bought. You did get a really sweet collectible coin though, so like
that makes everything worth it.
Yeah, that pays for half of the machine right then and there.
So Kevin, $2. When does Dubtober start? So I was going to do Dubtober. I had the plan on my channel was I was going to have 8 videos that I wrote down a list of 8 Halloween themed videos I was going to do during the month of October. I only got to do 3 of them. Work, life, family gets in the way.
And now it's November.
So unfortunately, I just couldn't get it all in there. So my apologies for those who
we hear that very often.
Can you do a Dubvember?
Couldn't get it all in there.
Yeah.
How about the Dubvember?
Do you hear that very often?
No. I said he hears that very often.
Yeah. I mean, people could just look at my YouTube channel and see that I'm making less and less content. I'm just so busy, I mean, we got lives we got to lead outside this hobby. So, and that stuff is more important anyway. So, but eventually we'll make the videos we want to make. So yeah. But moving on here, was there anything for New Wave Toys this week, or was it just Numskull? I think it was just Numskull.
New Wave Toys did put out some kind of posters, and apparently they sold out pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, the little neon blacklight posters.
Yeah, I think they were. I didn't really pay much attention to those, but they went up and they went down. It was kind of like a analog announcement, I guess.
Thanks, Kev. Love you, man. Kev's a good guy.
Who?
And Gloss in the live chat. He's like, no worries, man. Much respect. Okay, so the other big hot news item that happened earlier today was Big Reese down in Australia. He's an Australian YouTuber. You guys might have heard of him. He's pretty infamous for him and PolyCade getting their hands on leaking some information. And they leaked, or he leaked, the latest what could possibly be the next Arcade1Up cabinet, an Alien versus Predator arcade. And what was your guys' reactions in the live chat, as well as you guys here when you found out about this? What did you guys think about Big Reese's leak, which he's also taken down? He's also deleted it.
Well, I've never actually heard of Alien versus Predator, so
You're making the show hard, man.
well, why don't you guys educate me? I've literally never heard of it.
Well, at least some things can get heard.
Definitely not me.
So funny.
No.
Michael B, what was your reaction when the news came out? The news came, so he published the video at like 1 o'clock in the morning my time in Arizona. And I remember at 2:30, because I'm an old man, I had to wake up and go to the bathroom. And of course, when I was in the bathroom, I dive into, your social media feeds, and I saw his video at like 2:30 in the morning. And I shared it. I sent it. Of course, who do you guys think I sent it to? I sent it to 19K Fox and the rest of the guys. And I was like, they're all sleeping. I'm just going to share the link. They'll see it when they wake up and they check their Facebook Messenger, stuff like that. But what's funny, guys, is I sent that at like 2:30 in the morning, my time. At 3:17, Fox responds. And he writes, son of a bitch. It was great. So when I finally woke up around 8 a.m. and I looked at the messenger, I saw Fox wrote that. I was like, man, I didn't think he was going to see it for a while. He was up early too.
Well, it probably, I don't know where he lives, but he's on Eastern time. I mean, it was like 6:30, 7 o'clock when you wrote it my time. So, I mean, it was just in the morning, and I was like, "Oh, P-Dubs is up late."
Yeah. So let's get some comments here from the live chat here. So I thought of 19K Fox, just like when I hear Cuber, I think of P-Dubs, and Robotron, I think it might be. Oh, that's really cool, Zero Cool. We greatly appreciate that. Chris right here says, though I'm hoping it does happen, need Mercs, Knights of the Round, and Warriors of Fate. Yeah, we'll pull up. Should we pull up the photos here that got leaked out? All right, let me find them. So
you better be careful. The Arcade1Up Illuminati might take us down like they did Big Reese's video.
They can't.
Can't stop, won't stop. We won't be stopped.
Can't do anything.
This is a goddamn lie. You tell the truth, Fox. You weren't excited. You were just like, it's not XL.
That's what I heard from him too. He pretty much was like, it's not XL. This is stupid. No, don't waste your money.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so hard. Oh, these photos are horrible, man.
I think they're great. Nice and fuzzy and believable.
Yeah. Well, here's the question. Since Reese deleted his video, is it real or is it a hoax? You guys remember, I myself fell for a hoax once when someone did a Photoshop Virtua Fighter Arcade1Up cabinet 2 years ago. And I got excited when I saw it because, honestly, I like Virtua Fighter. I wouldn't mind if Arcade1Up did a Virtua Fighter. Let me know in the live chat what you guys think about that. And I did a video. I was like, guys, check it out. The Reddit. This was on Reddit. Virtua Fighter. It's coming. Like, I was hyped. And then, like, an hour and a half later, we found out it was a hoax. And I had to delete the video and stuff. So, was it a hoax or is it real? Mike, is it real? You got some connections over there.
I don't have any connection. I had people write me all day. They're like, I don't want to blow up your deal with Arcade1Up, but can you tell me? And I was like, I don't know what's coming out.
Everyone's like, can you tell me on the down low?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. I legit don't know. But this came out and it looks relatively real. I mean, it looks like one of their something they would do. Their graphic design team and how they would display the cab, how they would word the games list. The games list seems realistic. I was surprised because I really thought this was going to be a lot like the Turtles cabs and the Simpsons cab, where the licensee or the IP holder said, we don't want any other games on this cab that don't have anything to do with the Alien or Predator branding. So I was surprised to see the rest of the Capcom games on there. But I think the art is pretty cool. I mean, Alien versus Predator had a little sticker on the side, conversion cab. So what they did was they expanded it to fit the whole side. That's going to be debated by some people whether or not they prefer that or not. Marquee looks good. Yeah, I think 3-player control panel. I know that's something Fox wanted really, really bad. Speaker grills, that looks cool. Molded coin door. Looks like a neat cab. It's the big blue in deluxe format. 10 games. Fun stuff.
But nothing on this looks legit to me. This marketing material.
I feel the same way, Carl.
I mean,
You think
the
it's fake?
The 30th is clear, but the anniversary is all blurred out. I mean,
the 30th is not clear. Do you know how
clear.
small this picture is?
It's
Do you know
clearer
how
than that
pixelated
anniversary.
This image is?
Look how terrible anniversary under it looks. It looks like a very bad Photoshop to me. Everything about it screams Photoshop from a very bad graphic artist.
Well, on our Super Gamer Dudes Facebook group, which you guys definitely want to join. So after Reese's video came out, like an hour or two after his video came out, I took the pictures. I posted them in our Facebook group, and all I said was, thoughts on the latest leak. I just wanted to know what the people in our Facebook group thought about it. That's all I said. Thoughts on the latest leak. Got some great information here. Sean Melner, Shotgun Sean said it's poop. There were a number of people who commented asking for, since it's a 3-player arcade, why doesn't it have a 3-player coin door? So there were a number of those comments in there. It should have had like a three coin doors instead of the 2 coin door slots. I love this from Tim. Someone check on 19K Fox. He may have exploded. Nathan Henderson says he wants it. Bunch of people kept tagging 19K Fox, although he already knew about it. Mark Godfrey says, come on, this should be an XL instead of a deluxe. I kind of agree, especially if you're going to be making 3 or 4-player arcades moving forward. You got to do it XL. Perfect cab for me with all the beat 'em ups from Matthew Dean. Jeff Bidner said he's done with 1-Up. Bill's Retro Gaming Show said, looks like the video from Big Reese's YouTube channel has been taken down. Oh, here we go. Paul Minderman. General consensus on Reddit so far, because I guess there was a Reddit thread about this, is that the screen is too small, it's not an XL cab, and the game list is mediocre. And that's about it. So, and then Eric Bates, I think Fox's head just exploded. That's great. So, thanks so much, guys, for participating in our Facebook group. We greatly appreciate it. So, we got some people here who hope it's real. Jason says it's not happening. Android says it seems fake. Let's see here. Papa Brad says they made it ugly. The art is fugly. He says it's fugly. I don't know, man. Anything that's got an alien or a predator on it, I'm kind of digging it. I'm kind of digging. I love Alien and Predator movie franchises. You know what I mean? But the logo is at the very, very bottom. Very, very bottom of the arcade, which I don't know. I haven't seen an Alien versus Predator conversion cabinet before. I don't know if the logo should be all the way down there. 19K Fox. Look at 19K Fox. I will have many slides. There you go. Yeah, I mean, aren't a lot of us clamoring for those 19-inch monitors moving forward versus 17? Like, that would be nice, right? What do you think, Nostalgia? Do you think 3 people around a 17-inch screen is good?
I find it interesting. I'm probably one of the few that doesn't really care that much about the screen size. I mean, I don't think 17 is incredible, but I don't think I care enough that it's not a 19-inch. That being said, I've never used an Arcade1Up machine with a 19-inch. So I don't really have anything to compare it to. I've never been in front of one, so maybe if I saw it in person, I'd be like, okay, there's a difference here. But yeah, I don't know. I think that I think it's fine. I think 17 inches is sufficient. There's been a lot of people asking for this. I'm looking at this. I'm not overly convinced with what we've got here, especially when you look at the games list. Mike, you had said that you were surprised that it would have had other licenses with it. I'm actually not. That's not what kind of shifts me off, because Alien vs. Predator was released on the Capcom Home Arcade, and
Yeah.
that had a bunch of other.
Accidentally.
I mean, accidentally.
Because I got some feedback on that. I asked about it.
Who'd you ask?
That Capcom Home Arcade came
Mhm.
through somewhere where licensing isn't on the up and up the same as it would be other places. So that's how it got on there.
The Capcom Home Arcade was made by Koch Media, I think.
Okay.
Um,
Anyways, I did
yeah.
get feedback on it. I was like, how did it get on this? Because I know for a fact, like, it's one of those games, much like Simpsons Turtles,
Mhm.
where Fox is like, you don't just go to Capcom and say, can we have Alien versus Predator? I mean, they don't own the rights to Alien versus Predator. They don't own the likenesses. You have to bring in other people. So I asked about it. I asked, how did it get on the Capcom thing? And I was told that it was done in a way where it got on there. But normally it wouldn't have got on there.
Wait, Mike, did you say you just confirmed with Arcade1Up this is real?
No, that's not what I said at all. Where did you get that from that?
Oh, you're talking about the fight stick, the Capcom.
Yeah, the fight
Capcom
stick that
Home
Nostalgia
Arcade.
is using
sorry.
as proof.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
My
using
blood
anything
sugar
as
is low.
proof. I'm just saying there's already been a commercially available product with Alien versus Predator.
Yes,
And,
and
like,
commercially.
Well, that was the thing. That was like one of their biggest marketing points, is that this would be the first officially licensed and commercially available product in the home space that had Alien versus Predator as a release. Like, it had not been done on any platform in any form factor at all, period, prior to the actual arcade release of the title. So I didn't know that there was sketchy licensing, but it also would be weird
That's
that
what I was told.
Capcom has their branding all over that machine. The literal fight stick is Capcom. It's shaped as the Capcom logo. So it'd be weird that Capcom would approve that if they did shady licensing on that title. That seems a little far-fetched to me.
Well, you tell people that you were like the CEO of Walmart. That seems pretty far-fetched to me.
I just got hired as the CTO of Capcom, and I can assure you this is not the case.
I don't know. I was told that because I asked that question. And I was like the same thing. I was like, how can they do it? It was on this product, and
yeah, I don't know. I think that anything is possible with enough money.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Money talks.
And
yeah.
what money can't buy, more money can. So I don't think it's impossible. When I look at the list, though, I'm seeing King of Dragons on there, and I think that's the one that pushes me over the edge to say maybe this isn't legitimate. And I know that sounds stupid, but my gut says if there's going to be 10 titles on this, they're going to be mirror titles to what you would have gotten on the Capcom Home Arcade. You're going to pick
the fuck, man. Like, why are you so fixated on this Capcom Home
because
Arcade?
Because it's already been done.
Yes, if you look at the rest of these games, Nostalgia, they are the games that go on last year's Capcom Yoga Flame. These are the games that go on the Capcom Deluxe Street Fighter that just came out. It has nothing to do with your stupid fight stick.
I don't know why you're so angry. I'm saying, all I said. Jesus Christ. You're so mad, Mike. Jesus.
Mike.
My logic is this could be on the PlayStation Classic. All right, game over. Let's move on.
Wow, they fight like normal people. Oh, you guys are hilarious. All right, yeah, do us a favor, guys. Give us a thumbs up if you're enjoying the stream. Let's dive into this games list a little bit. So, if this is the real games list, I got to say I'm a little disappointed. Not saying that King of Dragons is awful. Let's just say it's kind of boring to play. It takes you like, 30, 45 minutes to beat the game, and you literally only have like 2 moves in the game. It's a very repetitive beat 'em up. Whereas something like what is it? The other one, not King of Dragons.
Knights of
What's
the
the
Round.
other one? Knights of the Round. Knights of the Round is, in my opinion, a better side-scrolling fantasy sword beat 'em up because you actually can do a little bit more. So I think King of Dragons should have been dropped. Knights of the Round should have been added. A lot of people asking for Cadillacs and dinosaurs in the live chat. I agree with that as well. That's a fun beat 'em up as well.
Yeah, that would have been a great one to have. But I think there's some kind of licensing with that one as well. That was also a comic.
I think so. Yeah, I think it was in a comic book form.
Jesus, Mike, why are you so fixated on comics? Oh my God, that's all we've been hearing from you all night is talking about comics.
Okay, let's. I apologize.
What is going
Nostalgia,
on with you and your comic books?
Can you please go back and tell us
Yeah.
more about the Capcom fight stick?
No,
and how
I'm good.
this
I'm good.
Really
buddy.
shitty
I'm good.
product that looked like bullshit. That was a giant Capcom word that was somehow a
Yeah.
fight stick.
Yeah,
has
it
anything to
looked-
do with what we're doing here.
Yeah.
It looks stupid, but it ran the games just fine. So
But you know, Captain Commando is fun. Final Fight, everyone loves Final Fight, right? Armored Warriors is okay in my opinion. It's not the greatest, but it's okay. Yeah, Knights of the Round. I wish that was on here. That would have been nice. So,
So there's the Ghouls and Ghosts is a first. We've had Ghosts and Goblins several times. I don't think we've ever had Ghouls and Ghosts on an Arcade1Up product before.
We haven't,
oh yeah,
and we won't
That's true.
because this is all fake.
Well, I will go a different direction now. Even if this wasn't fake, there's a possibility this leak might mean this cab doesn't happen, because this is the kind of stuff that we see come out early before deals are signed, where this causes problems. So that's kind of what I've been hearing now. That's what everybody's speculating on, that this may have created problems for Arcade1Up, and this might not even happen now.
really?
Yeah, if it was real and wasn't finalized or something like that, this could, screw up the deal.
Yeah, when they use 3D coin door on there, I knew it was fake from the beginning. They don't
I
even
hope people-
use those terms.
I think
I
they
hope
use
not.
that term on some of their other marketing, like the
3D
3D molded coin doors.
They say full coin door. I've never seen 3D.
I think that's how they've been marketing them. I bet you if you go on their website, you'd
Go
find
ahead,
that.
go ahead and find it for me then. That doesn't exist.
Why is everyone so argumentative today? Jeez.
No, I just wanted to keep you busy so you're not driving
Carl, you and your coin doors. We're going on left, right, and center. Everybody's talking about something crazy. I got the Capcom Home Arcade. Mike's talking about comic books, and you're going off about coin doors. What's P-Dub's going to talk about?
I'm all about those coin doors.
Carl is right. Faux coin door for authentic arcade look. That's not the
So
terminology. they
speaking
normally
of
use.
light guns, guys. No, I'm just kidding. That was a joke. That was a joke. That was a joke. Mike, I was just doing a transition, Mike. Come on. Come back. Stop it. I was just making a joke because he's like, what's P-Dub's going to talk about next? I had to pull something out of this guy. So the way you can look at what happened today is very interesting. It's either it was fake news and confirmed to be fake, and Reese had to delete his stuff, or it's 100% real. And because it's 100% real, people got upset over it and causing people to delete the stuff. So it sounds to me, if you guys want to know what I think it's 100% real. I think one of Big Reese's friends entrusted him and sent him a photo, and he decided to share that with the world. Now, when I did that last time, I got put through the ringer from the community, right? Hopefully they don't do that to Big Reese here. But Big Reese shared something he shouldn't have, and then they all had to delete it, and now it's in CYA mode, in my opinion. So I think it's real. I don't think it's fake.
I think it's faux.
You think it's faux?
Yes.
Faux. So you think it's fake.
Oh,
What about
well.
you guys in the live chat? Is it real or fake? Let us know in the live chat. Nostalgia, is this real or fake?
Well, now I have to say fake because I just learned that the Capcom Home Arcade cheated the licensing system, and they weren't even allowed to release Alien vs. Predator. So nobody can release Alien vs. Predator, and that, I think, is damning evidence to suggest that this is clearly a fake.
You're
How
someone
can you
who
argue
works
with
in licensing. Like, you literally have done licensing. How do you not know? You can't just call up Capcom and be like, can we do Alien vs. Predator? They're like, yes, Paul. You don't got to check with Fox. They don't own shit.
What makes... I never said that you don't have to check with all the license holders.
You just said it's possible. I understand. I apologize for being so abrupt with you about the Capcom Home Arcade.
No, it's okay. The Capcom Home Arcade sucked. So, you were right on point.
Oh, Papa Brad coming in with the jokes. It's real. That's actually, come on, that's kind of funny. We've been
Meh.
teasing him about that. So there you So yeah, guys, I mean, real fake. It looks like it's 60-40 in the live chat. 60% of you think it's fake. 40% of you think it's
you know
real.
what? You know what? I hope it's real because it does show a positive move for Arcade1Up coming out with a new title. I know a lot of people are disappointed that it has a very similar games list to the Capcom Street Fighter Deluxe that just came out and last year's Yoga Flame with a lot of similar games. That sucks. But, you know, Alien vs. Predator is a new title. It's, you know, pretty cool looking arcade. Outside of the art, I wish they had just gone with the, like, solitary patch like the conversion kit did instead of trying to stretch it out. But if this is a taste of what's to come, good start. And hopefully there's more like this coming from Arcade1Up next year because no one wants to see these companies falter and not release cool shit. So
Yeah, nobody wants to go through another year of Pac-Man, Mortal Kombat, and Street Fighter.
well, if they're XL, I don't know.
Well,
I think
it might as well be Japanese Wagyu steak. You can have whatever flavor you want because it's fake. So
Yeah.
you might as well enjoy the top of the line in your
Yeah.
flavors. 'Cause
Has,
it's fake.
has Arcade1Up ever released a cabinet that only had 10 titles? Or that had exactly 10 titles? Because I know that they had some that had like 12 and then 14 and some
maybe
that
they had to
less.
do. Maybe they do less titles because the licensing, kind of like T2, one game. You know what I mean? Like maybe they have a budget for how much they want to spend.
So yeah,
for the
I
game.
asked Cyrus about this one time, and a lot of it comes back to the licensor. Like, say they're working with Capcom, and then they're like, "Yeah, we want to put 14 games on the Capcom may actually say, "Wow, that's too many. Like, we're putting too many games on there." So maybe that was part of the licensing negotiation with Capcom that they wanted to actually do less games than what they were doing with the Legacy Cabs and the last Big Blue, because Capcom felt that they were, for the money they were getting, they were giving away too much value, which is something you should understand, Nostalgia.
I don't know anything about value.
Okay.
You sure are trying to sell this, Michael B. You know?
How the fuck am I trying to sell it, Carl? What's your logic on it's fake? Why is it fake? Because I feel like it is.
This
I think it's real. I think it's real, but that's okay. That's okay.
All right,
We
all right. Thumbs up if you think it's real. Thumbs down if you think it's faux.
You know when I'll think it's real?
What's that?
When
it
it's
comes out.
officially announced.
Yeah.
Well, that's not gonna happen.
Maybe we should ask Biggie D to check with his source. You guys crack me up. Okay, so yeah, I agree with Mike. In my opinion, what I would like to see from Arcade1Up next year is new titles, new games. As exciting as it is to rehash and come out with XLs of everything you've already released before, because you know this was the year of the deluxe. Many of us in this community have predicted that next year is the year of the XLs. As exciting as that might be for some people.
I wouldn't get your hopes up. Next year's the year of the Babycade and the Couchcade.
But the point I'm trying to make is, if this company can't release new games, whether they have new owners or not, like, how much more is it going to grow? Like, how exciting is it going to be?
Well,
Hey guys, you got your Pac-Man, your Mortal Kombat, your Street Fighter, your and maybe an Atari cabinet. Have a great year, guys. Like, honestly, like, that would be it for them. You know what I mean? It would be over.
Well,
in my
I mean,
opinion.
if they have another year like this year where there's only really 2 new titles being released, and like, let's not forget the year before, there wasn't a lot of new titles the year before either. Like, it was Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and Blitz, so they were bigger titles. So maybe that took some of the shine off. But this is 2 years now since we've had a lot of new releases from Arcade1Up, new titles that are coming out.
Yep.
So, you know, it's been 2 quiet years. So hopefully this is a year where they can break out, do things differently, bring some new titles there, because that's what core fan base wants.
Well, yeah, but don't forget, we're probably going to get a claw machine too, right? Isn't that the?
That's another theory because the Cyrus poster. I don't know.
The
maybe
claw
maybe
machine-
it's real. I have
The
no
claw
idea.
machine will be next year's Casino-cade. There you go. So just a random product thrown out there. So fight sticks on number. It's as fake as Arcade1Up getting WrestleFest. There you go. Next year is the year of My Arcade. Mike and I just did a stream about My Arcade, and
hey,
although
I got news.
What's up?
I may be buying my first My Arcade product this weekend.
Oh, you're gonna pick up that game station?
The Atari Game Station, my buddy Conti Dinda posted today. The Atari Game Station is available at Canadian Costco with $20 off, so it's $119 Canadian. I think I'm going to check it out.
Well, Costco has a great return policy. That's the good.
That's the other reason. If it's shit, it just goes back.
Right.
Wait, if Costco will take back like open.
Costco will take stuff back 8 years.
They take pretty
no.
much.
Like if there's nothing wrong with it,
Costco will take stuff back.
Costco
8 years later.
Back. I brought back.
Even if you walk in and say, "Look, I bought this thing.
It's just shit.
There's no
nothing
questions
wrong
asked.
with it. I
There's
just
no
hate it. Can I have my money back?" They're going to
gotta say
your
that.
money
No,
back.
but hold on, P-Dubs. But then there is something wrong with it.
You don't like it.
You don't like it.
What?
That's what's wrong with it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Costco will take it back. No questions asked.
That's hilarious.
I've
usually
brought-
be like, I figure you'd have to go in and be like, "Hey, it won't turn on." You know,
none of that shit.
Even though to get
Like,
your money back, like you
they
have to come
don't
up
even
with
ask you.
something,
They
right?
don't even ask you. You're just like, I want to return this.
Yeah.
There's no reason. They're just like, okay. You got
Yeah,
your
I
it's
just want to know,
Nope.
like, can we put it back on the shelf or not? Like, has it
Yeah.
been opened or not? And that's it.
Yeah.
And you don't even have to have the receipt either. So
Yeah.
No, they
Some-
just
maybe
scan your membership.
maybe I want it to be real because you just want new stuff.
100%.
You want to hear about new stuff, you want to talk about new stuff, you want to get excited about new stuff, you also want to think about new stuff and be like, "Oh, that one's not for me, but that one looks cool." Like, I don't want to have to go through another year of, "Hey guys, Street Fighter coming out." Woo! I would rather drink turpentine and piss on a brush fire than talk about Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and Pac-Man next year. Give me something else. You know what I mean? Give me something else.
I love Giant Tiger. When we were in New Brunswick, we used to go all the time. We were so excited. There were rumors there were ones coming to Newfoundland. It's a travesty we don't have a Giant Tiger. My sister-in-law is the biggest Giant Tiger fan in the world. I am so happy this came up tonight on the show.
I'm so sorry. Giant Tiger is a steaming pile of garbage. That store
You're a
sucks.
pile of garbage.
It
Wait a minute.
sucks. I've got like 2 or 3 of them in my town, and it sucks. There's
You
nothing
suck.
worthwhile there. Nothing.
I've never
You
heard
suck.
of it.
Nothing is worthwhile.
I'm
They got a
sorry,
great return
Nostalgia.
policy for the nothing you would ever buy.
I'm
That's why
sorry,
their return
Nostalgia.
policy
Not
is so
everybody has as much money as you. We don't make mad Amazon stacks. So sometimes we need to go to discount stores and get things in different varieties.
good.
And from
Giant
different
Tiger's
places.
not any cheaper than Costco or Walmart.
Yes, it is.
It is absolutely not,
Yes,
Mister.
it
I don't
is.
even have a Costco, or I don't have a Giant Tiger in Newfoundland.
A Giant Tiger is fantastic. That's where my wife and my sister-in-law went the entire time through law school. They could live affordably buying only from Giant Tiger. That's called living on a budget. You wouldn't know about it because you wipe your ass with $100 bills.
Giant Tiger sucks too.
You
I
son
really
of a-
wanted it to mean something, but when I got in there, I was like, "Wow, everything's overpriced. Everything's overpriced,
And it sucks.
and it sucks. It sucks."
Giant Tiger is the Canadian Ollies, for those wondering.
You guys are. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. That starts on November 7th. So the new PolyCade Kickstarter starts November 7th, guys. It'll be on Kickstarter. So they already have a Kickstarter account. So like if you just go to Kickstarter, because I think they've done Kickstarters in the past, search PolyCade on Kickstarter and then like favorite them. So if you're interested in like getting the notifications so you can read about the Kickstarter when that goes live on the 7th. Keep in mind, on the 7th is the only day that they will do the multicades for $9.99. And then it's $12.49 if you want to include their gaming PC. If you want to bring your own PC or console, $9.99. $12.49 if you want theirs. But as of the 8th, it goes up to $2,500. So, you're going to get it for half off, more than half off if you pre-order on the 7th. So it's up to you to look into and think about. There you go. Did you just get here from work or something, Danny? Where you been, man? Oh, he always comes in at the end. Oh, Danny, you crack me up. So there you go. London Drugs, is that where people in the United Kingdom have to get their?
No,
That's
London
in
Drugs
Canada.
was a distributor here in Canada that used to sell Arcade1Up. They ended their relationship and then put a bunch of their cabs on clearance last year. Thanks to them, I got a $3.99 Big Buck Hunter.
Nice.
Did they ship that to you?
No, because they gave up shipping to my location. But what I did was I got a hold of their website that it was for sale, and then I contacted Best Buy online and tried to order one online, and they were like, "Oh no, you can't fool me." So then I went into the store and I was like, "Hey, can I buy this and price match?" And the girl at the store was like, "I don't give a shit." And then she rang it in, and I was like, "Good to go, ordered."
Sweet.
All right, what's next? What's next on the agenda, Michael B?
My Godzilla's broken. I'm in a very bad.
On
mood.
Godzilla
I'm in a
Day?
dark
What
place.
happened to
I know.
Godzilla?
No, we can tell.
I
you're
got
in a
the
bad
I got the
place.
same issue that I got when I first had it. I'm getting a notification up that the 48 volt is disconnected. Please close the coin door, but the coin door is closed. So I've done the fix they told me to do last time, which was reseat my SD card and power cycle the cab, but
You say receipt?
reset. Sorry, reseat or reset. They say
Yeah.
reseat.
Receipt. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
receipt. Take it out
Yeah.
and put it back in.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
receipt.
So I did it, and yeah, still no joy. I can't get it to work. That's what I was literally doing before I came up here. So I'm ready to put my head through the wall. I am very frustrated.
Yeah, real pinballs you do have to maintain, and they take a pounding. So, for instance, I've had my real Venom for a couple of weeks, and Mike and I were on a video call the other day, and I showed Mike. I'm like, guess what, Mike? I got an issue with my Venom pinball. So, if you guys know Venom pinball, you got the ramp. If you got the premium, that goes up and down and adjusts depending on what character you decide to play as. Well, that ramp came loose, and it was like off-centered. And it would go down, and it would just go down like way too far. Like the whole ramp mechanism. So mechanisms on pinball are cool, but also they're prone to break. And shit, that pinball machine, we got nearly 300 plays on it already. My kid plays it nonstop. He loves it. I play it a lot. So sure enough, we've been banging on that thing, and it came loose. So I had to open it up. I had to lift the table up. I had to retighten the ramp from the bottom. I had to also spread some wires, which I'll cover in a video, in order to give.
Are you back up and running though?
Oh yeah, it's fine. It's fixed. And I got my topper. I got my other little mods. So I'm finally going to make a video for my Venom pinball machine about all that stuff. But still, it just sucks. And sure enough, when it broke, do you know what Melissa said to me, Mike? She said, 10 grand and it's broken already.
I know.
I was
That's
literally going to say
like,
that.
dude, my wife is half Puerto Rican. So much sass. When she's mean, like it comes through. She's half white, half Puerto Rican, and the Puerto Rican comes through when she's mad at me.
Yeah.
$10,000, like the head was moving and everything. $10,000 and it's broken already. Like, man. She was mad.
Yeah. So just really quickly, DMod. I contacted Stern the first time when this was happening, and they were like, pull out the interlock switch. No difference. It doesn't matter. I pulled it out, held it in. The interlock switch does nothing, man. Unfortunately, I wish it was that simple. I'd be back up and running if it was.
Yeah.
You should just find a way to clip those wires, hardwire it together, and just make it permanent. So that way it always thinks it's closed.
I'm so angry.
Does Laura know?
Oh yeah, Lara knows. I came up and because I was rushing to turn it on.
Did she go $10,000?
No, she said, "Oh, Mike's gonna go ballistic. This is not gonna be a good night." But I can't go ballistic. I do got to tell you a really cool story. I shared it in our group, and I want to mention it now.
Yes.
So, my daughter, today's her birthday, and for the last little while, my wife's been trying to make something special happen. So my daughter is a fan of the show. I don't know if you guys had ever seen it before, and it's a weird show for a little girl to be a fan of, but she's in love with the show Billy the Exterminator. So my wife showed it to her, and Scarlett fell in love with it so much so that she even did a big thing at school, like a presentation about Billy the Exterminator. So my wife reached out to Billy the Exterminator's son, who's on TikTok or Instagram, and asked, "Does Billy have a cameo? Because we want to basically." Get a cameo for our daughter. She's his biggest fan, and he didn't have a cameo. But the son went out of his way to reach out to his father and got his father to record a message today for Scarlett. So we got a video from Billy the Exterminator for my daughter today, and it's like, "What's up, Scarlett? Happy birthday, Billy the Exterminator." So, anyways, like that made Scarlett's whole year. My wife, amazing, went through like everything on Instagram to make this happen, and just what an awesome family. Here's this guy that could have like a cameo or something like that, trying to make some money out of it. Nah, he doesn't even want any money. He's like, no, absolutely. Love people that love my show. So did a birthday message for her just out of the goodness of his heart. And his son really pushed to make it happen too. So that's my good news story for the day.
That is a good story. That is a good story. And Scarlett's like the sweetest kid on the planet.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm glad she had a good birthday.
Oh, you should have saw the look on her face. She was like, "Oh my God, Billy knows me."
Like, I'm kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Awesome.
What do you got planned for this weekend, Detroit Love? Any big adventures?
I got to get the Christmas lights up because we're starting to get snow, ice. It actually snowed on Halloween for a little bit and was frosted the next day.
Snowed here on Halloween too, yeah.
Yeah, it's like Halloween, it always comes on that day for some reason. But I got to get the lights up on the roof before stuff ices up. So that's definitely on the list this weekend. I picked up the Retro Shooter for PC only, not the little wacky console they gave, but they're on back order, so now I got to wait for it. But I'm going to turn this PC into a light gun. And I'm going to play with those because they're the cheapest alternatives before I look at any other solution. And I can play on my big screen TV, which is right there. So I'm pretty excited about that. And maybe I'll open up my Ghosts and Ghouls cabinet because my brother's like, "Hey, where's that cabinet you promised me?" Because I told him I would give him the 1942. So I have to do a video on it before I ship it. So that's the only thing. What about you, P-Dubs?
Me, I finally don't have any work or family stuff going on this weekend, so I want to catch up. I got a couple of videos I have to get done that I've been sitting on. So I'm really going to try and publish like a video tomorrow and a video Sunday for these. I got to wrap up these light gun videos. So
yeah, buy stuff store are going to break his shins if he doesn't get them done this weekend.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. And then when it comes to game playing, because I was playing Sea of Stars like crazy and Super Mario Brothers Wonder like crazy, I put Baldur's Gate on the shelf. It's time to I want to play more Baldur's Gate. So I'll probably, if I have free time this weekend, I'll play Baldur's Gate. So what about you, Nostalgia? Oh, sorry, Mike. What were you saying, bud?
I just started playing Sea of Stars the other night, so that's my next RPG now that Xenoblade is gone.
Great.
Yeah, fantastic.
A big thanks to all you guys out there. So when you play Sea of Stars and you get to the ending, just like a lot of RPG games, like you can like keep going. But apparently that first ending that I got to is not the real ending.
Oh, yeah.
There's like 10 more missions you can go on, and then you get to the real ending. So here I was 32 hours into the game, and I'm like, crap, now I got to go put another, took like another like 5-6 hours to beat the game. And I was like, dude, I'm so over this game. I don't want to play it anymore. I was done.
Yeah, there's a lot of RPGs like that. If you played through the first Octopath Traveler, like I beat it and I was like, oh, thank God, because it took so long to beat it. And then I found out there's like another 100 hours to beat like the real boss. And I was like, yeah, F that shit.
Yeah. So, and I didn't know about it. Like I beat the first game and I didn't like watch people's reviews or tips or tricks. Like I just played it, got to the final boss, beat him, and it said the end. What are you doing?
Don't bring him back on. I want to see if he notices.
I
He
do
noticed.
notice, Mike.
Why'd you
Alright.
say anything?
So
You
it said the end. So I took a screenshot of it and I posted it on social media. I was like, "Hey guys, I beat the game. I thought it was great. Let me know what you think." And sure enough, I got comments from people going, "That screenshot, that's not the real ending. You got a lot more to go." I was like, "God damn it!"
Yeah, Gallagher guy knows. The Last Dragon Quest is another one like that. You beat the game,
Yep.
and then there's another ending, and you got to do a bunch of stuff. I was so disappointed that I had to learn how to level up real quick with the metal slimes.
But Sea of Stars though was great. If you guys haven't played it yet, play it. And even if you play it, if you're like, "Oh, it's okay," keep playing it. It was fantastic. Like the deeper you go into the story, it was so cool. I really enjoyed that game. So yeah.
What do you got going on there, Nostalgia, for this
Yeah.
weekend?
Well, I had plans actually for the weekend, but now I think I actually have to change them. So I was originally planning to take out the Capcom Home Arcade and enjoy some Alien versus Predator, but I recently found out through a very reliable source that that product was actually released using illegal or illegitimate licensing techniques, and now I feel a little bit guilty.
What are you doing?
What a dolt!
What's going on? What were you saying, Nostalgia?
I was just saying now I can't play it anymore because my legitimate source told me that the product's illegitimate.
You're like the king of pirates.
You are.
Why does it matter?
It doesn't matter. But it
Now,
matters.
what about the quest? You going to get any time on the quest? Playing some football or anything?
I have not had a chance to play multiplayer for NFL Pro Era 2.
Okay.
So I need to find some people to play some NFL online with because that is the best.
Okay. Well,
Are you gonna
maybe I'll dust off mine and put that on it and see.
Put
what
it
we
on
can
there?
do.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Either
Yeah.
you kids gonna get the MetaQuest 3? I've been hearing rave reviews.
I think
Mhm.
I think maybe in time, but not right now.
Yeah.
I'm not really that. I don't care that much about the AR, and a lot of the stuff that they've got is very gimmicky for the AR. Like I've seen a bunch of apps where it's like, okay, you go into AR so you can see your room, and then it like adds extra stuff, so it teaches you how to play piano or some other crap. Or like that's cool, but it's not $650 cool. So I'm just gonna wait it out.
You could use some culture, by the way. Like you might want to learn
Yeah.
how to play piano to do something better with your life.
I know
Better
how to play
yourself.
drums.
The problem with the quest is it's like what?
If I ever come to your house, you ever seen that scene in Step Brothers with what he was going to do to his drums?
Yeah. Yes, I have.
Isn't the quest 3 $500?
Well, I live in Canada, so we have.
Yeah, it's
$6.99 here.
It's like something like $649
Well,
or $6.99.
either way,
or something.
when I look at like it, when budgeting my own money, 'cause I'm not rich either. I'm like, I might. What if AtGames actually ships that pinball machine, and we got to come up with our payments? You know, for those of us who are buying our pinball machines, you know, that's $1,000. It's Christmas. I'm gonna do the PolyCade thing. That's $1,000. I'm paying for that too. So it's like. Plus, I got pinball machine. Like, dude, like I can't.
I'm not rich.
Let
me
the
explain this.
MetaQuest. What I'm trying to say is the MetaQuest has to wait until next year. Like,
so
I'm
P-Dubs-
barely gonna make it
P-
through the next 2 months.
P-Dubs
I'm
just
gonna
said,
be-
I'm not rich. I just spent $10,000 on a pinball machine. I've got a $1,100 AtGames pinball machine coming. I got a
Yeah.
$1,000
This hobby
Senti
adds
coming.
up.
Plus, I've got another $10,000. What is it? Labyrinth pinball coming.
I don't
rich.
have Labyrinth coming. Would you stop telling lies? God.
Now, hey guys, now I did get the chance to play the new Spider-Man for a little bit.
Oh, yeah? What'd you
I
think?
have not.
I liked it. It made my Miles Morales seem like that was just a PlayStation 4 game that they just put on the 5 because the Spider-Man 2 felt like a PS5 game and it just looked so much better. So I don't know. I might look into getting that because that's my boy Spidey, but I just wasn't feeling the Miles for some reason, and I think that's why.
I
didn't
love Miles Morales. It might have been the excitement of playing a new console for the first time, but I thought Miles Morales on the PlayStation 5 was gorgeous. Really, really fun.
The new one, everything looks better. It feels better. The flow when I was swinging the web, everything just felt a whole lot better. So for some reason,
Like
what were you
we
saying,
talked
Peter?
about, like we talked about last week. Mike, Stranger Things. You've spent a lot of money this year too, and you're going to spend more money on Stranger Things. It's going to happen.
Yeah, but I didn't start the statement with like, "Listen, guys, I'm not rich."
Well, keep in mind, we talked about this last week because like Arcade1Up and AtGames haven't released shit all year long. That there's money to spend for some of
Yeah.
us. You know what I mean? Not everybody. I totally get that and I respect that. But think about it, guys. Every year I would buy 10, 12 Arcade1Ups. This
Yeah.
year I bought one Pac-Man XL. And then I bought the Pac-Man Cabaret cabinet, but that was only like $200, right?
Yeah, I've only bought one Arcade1Up this year. That was
I bought
Pac-Man
two
Party
Arcade1Ups all year. So you realize that when it comes to my spending money, there was money left over. You know what I mean? So
I'm just razzing you, P-Dubs. I don't actually mean that. And
You're
it
being-
looks
you're-
like I'm not getting Stranger Things, by the way, guys. It doesn't
What?
look like it's going to happen yet.
Oh, that's because no one's bought D&D yet.
Well, it's more than that too. Like I'm trying to move a lot of stuff out, and I just can't get it out. Like I gotta tell you a
Yeah.
funny story now. So I had a Miss Pac-Man countercade. You guys know what a countercade is? I bought for my daughter. She didn't really dig
Yeah.
it, so it's just sitting there. We decided to sell it, so I put it up for like $160 Canadian. They usually sell for about 200 to 250 here in Canada. So I was like, yeah, $160 because someone will try to beat me down. Maybe I'll get 120 for it. So this guy writes me and he's like, $100. And I was like, oh, well, I'm actually looking for about 120. He goes, $100, take it or leave it. And I was like, okay, well, I'll leave it. And I just never messaged him back. So he wrote me around supper time when he said he could come by, and he's like, so anyways, buddy, $100, you going to take it or not? I was like, yeah, I guess so. Sure. $100. You come get it. So anyways, he shows up at my door and I take it out and I'm like, yeah, here's your countercade. And he goes, oh, that's what it is. I thought it was the big one. And I was like, yes, bye. I'm going to sell $600 arcade for $100.
That's crazy.
Take your jokes to the Comedy Store.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
I hate selling stuff.
And speaking of Spider-Man, I was Spider-Man for Halloween, right? And it was cold as heck. I'm like, why the hell did Spider-Man decide to fight crime in New York City? That's got to be the coldest city to be a Superman in those tights. I'm a superhero in those tights. I would be in Florida for sure.
They are thermal tights, so
Mine's not thermal,
keep it
obviously.
toasty.
Let's keep our live chat involved in the discussion here, guys. So Danny actually came up with a great topic here. I just put this in the live chat as well. How many 1-ups did you guys buy all year? So I'm changing it to home arcade products. How many home arcade products did you buy this year? And did you guys spend less money on the hobby this year? Let me know in the live chat. Did you buy less? Or did you still, like, every time Arcade1Up came out with a deluxe, you bought it? You pre-ordered all the AtGames devices? Like, let me know in the live chat, guys. So there you go. Weapon X, he didn't buy anything. Boom, 0. Big fat 0. It's a good way to save money.
I bought a $139 Partycade from TSC. That was it. And then I ended up selling it because I got the Pac-Man XL for review.
Yeah.
So that was all I got this year. Those two Arcade1Ups.
Yeah, if it's a home arcade, product, it counts. Partycade would count, Replicate would count. Yeah. Like, there you go. Like, even Zero Cool, I've seen him in live chats for years, and he only bought one.
I bought the 1942 Replicate as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 1942 Replicate.
You bought Replicates this year.
Yeah, I bought it. Yeah, I did. That's true. Now that I think about it. Bought one Pac-Man Deluxe, bought 2. But you notice, like, look at this. Do you guys, when we would have this kind of survey
I know.
a couple of years ago, I'd say, how many Arcade1Ups did you buy this year? People would be like 6, 8, 7, 4.
Well,
I'm not seeing any of that in the live chat this year.
Let's be honest here.
There aren't that many products that came out this year.
Well, no, there were products that came out this year, but it's people that are more new into the hobby that are buying them. People are excited to see these titles. The people that have been doing this since the beginning, they're like, I already had this, sold it, or I already have this. I don't really want to upgrade, right? So like you look at the people that are buying a lot of cabs this year are people that are relatively new, like Danny. Like this is the first time for him buying some of these cabs, and other people like that. So there are people buying them. It's just and excited for them. It's just not the people that have been around since day one collecting and buying them.
I bought that Capcom Home Arcade this year.
Yes, you bought 7. We know that, Danny. But Leo only got 1 this year. James hates everything. He bought 12 last year. How many did you buy this year, James? Let's see here. I only bought 3 this year. GG's selling everything off. Look at this. IROX. He bought 0 this year. 4 last year. So there you go. So what does that tell you guys, man? Everyone's got a little extra money laying around. Go buy yourself a pinball machine, right, Mike?
That's what I did, and now it doesn't work.
Yeah, New Wave counts. New Wave is fine if you want to count those. I mean, they're $150. That's how much like an Arcade1Up Countercade is. So there you go. There you go. Look at the zeros, man. Crazy. I remember when we would ask this question back when we were streaming in 2021 or 2020, we'd be like, how many Arcade1Ups did you buy this year? People would put 10, 6, 5.
48! I bought 48 Street Fighter 2s and modded them all. They're all multi-cades.
Tells you that times are a-changing, man. Times are a-changing. So
yeah, the world's different now, too. I mean, you look at those years. Those were pandemic years, man. We were all stuck inside going cabin crazy. What else was there to do except for buy home arcade shit?
Yeah. And Carl, I am also hearing good things about Spider-Man 2. So I would love to play that. I know I cut you off earlier when you were talking about that.
Oh.
So I would very much like to play Spider-Man 2. How much is Spider-Man 2?
I'm not even sure.
$89 Canadian.
Yeah, I think it's like $69 or $79 US.
And my last 2 cabinets, I didn't buy any this year because I bought the Blitz and the Pro right at the end of last year. I think I may have received one of them this year, but actually purchased it last year. But I did a few mods this year on things, but no new cabinet.
Did any of you play Super Mario Wonder, by the way? Because we mentioned that earlier. Let me know in the live chat if you guys have played it. So my wife and I have been playing it, which means I play, she sits and watches and helps. Like, you missed that. I think it's great. Like, we're loving it. We're digging it. We think it's cool. What about you guys? Did you play it yet?
I'm not far enough. No. I started it. I'm not far enough to really pass an opinion. It's fun. So
I've never even heard of Mario Wonder, whatever that is.
It's the new Mario that was just released.
It's just a port of the Sega Genesis Aladdin game with a different skin on it. I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay. Well, then I've pretty much played it, and I think it's okay. The Super Nintendo version one is better.
That's true. I used to think the Genesis one was better, but the Capcom Aladdin is better. And I played it more afterwards and then reversed my opinion.
So I guess as
you didn't tell me. You weren't the.
I've been saying this since we started doing this show. I think one of our first episodes was which one's better when we were talking about like the difference between Sega games and SNES games.
Yeah, you might be right. I think
that was our second or first, whatever it was. No, it was the second episode. And I accept your apology.
Oh, I didn't apologize.
You guys correct me. Well, guys, let's put a pin in it for this week. Again, my apologies. I was late. Thanks so much, guys, for doing a fantastic job on this week's episode. Love you guys. These 3 guys, they crack me up on air and especially off air. These guys are so cool to talk to. So do us a favor. If you enjoyed this broadcast, give us a thumbs up on the way out. Have a wonderful fall weekend with your family and friends. Carl, whenever you're ready. Oh, wait, hold on, Carl. Before you go, let's just end with this thought process. Alien vs. Predator, is it real or fake? A lot of people are saying it's fake. At least this live chat thinks it's fake. I saw about 60 to 75% of people think it's fake. But I guess, you know how we'll know? If it never gets released, then you're right. So there you go. So, Carl, do us a favor. Send them on their way. Thanks so much, guys. We appreciate you.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you play some fake pinball this weekend. And until next time, we'll see you on the web.